And because no charges have been filed, the people at Daystar, like Red Wig and different ones, they're now beginning to beat their chests because they think that they have won. And this is the thing that we have to be mindful of. This is what I mean when I say us- you have to make sure, we have to make sure and check ourselves daily to make sure that there is no spirit of pride within us. Because the scriptures tell us that pride cometh before destruction and a haughty spirit before a fall. I said this in the live stream on last night. If you have not, please go back and watch the live stream that I did last night when we talked about what's wrong with the church today. I said in that video, you have two types of people. You have those that are, you have the body of Christ, number one, and then you have Christendom, number two. The body of Christ are those of us that are crying out, doing what we can to bring our flesh under subjection, calling upon the name of the Lord. We get in, if we fall into sin, we don't waddle in it. We get before God with a repentant heart and try our best to live the teachings of Christ, loving one another, doing good to them that hate us, praying for them that despitefully use us, not throwing stones and castigating and sticking our nose up at people thinking that we're better than them. But we know that we are what we are only by the grace of Yahweh the Great. And through the sacrifice of Jesus the Christ, we are what we are. That is the body of Christ. Then you have Christendom. Christendom is those of are people that say they are Christians, but can manipulate, can lie, can be dishonorable, can abuse and misuse, and have no type of conviction whatsoever. And then when you try to hold them accountable, they they flip the script and call you a narcissist. They flip the script and pretend to be a victim when they themselves are the ones reigning terror. So and I say all that to say this, you should not be uh, surprised at what you're about to see here. You should not be surprised because this is what Christendom does. Yes, they talk about Jesus, they say his name. Yes, they talk about God in the Bible in certain aspects. But what you cannot do is just listen to the words that they say. You have to try the spirit by the spirit and look behind. Look at the spirit behind what is being said. We It's what I was saying last night, and I'm about to play the video here in a minute. But what I was saying last night is we claim to be followers of Christ, but offer up strange fire. If you go back into the book of Leviticus, the book of Leviticus talks about how Aaron's sons were laying down with women at the altar and misappropriating the temple funds, and making a mockery of the temple. And Aaron had charged them to do the daily offering. And the Bible said that when the sons of Aaron came to the altar, the Bible said God unalived them because they offered up strange fire. Meaning this, they offered up a worship mixed with carnality. God is not a hybrid. God is an original. You cannot give God worship mixed with carnality. You cannot give God worship and your hands are unclean. Your spiritual hands, being unclean. You can't come to God and try to worship him like we ain't done nothing wrong. We abuse and misuse our power. we spiritually abuse, we sexually abuse, we mess up people's lives, mess up people's marriages. You got children that are torn mentally, and it's going to take God, a miracle from God, to heal them because of some preacher, some prophet, some apostle, or in this case, some family member. And because we value the brand more than we value the soul. We value the brand more than we value the gospel message of Christ. Because let me tell you something about the real gospel message of Christ. The reason why a lot of these people, once they get to a certain plateau financially, they stop doing what God has intended them to do, and they start making business decisions. And I'm going to tell you why. Because the gospel of Christ doesn't pay. The gospel of Jesus Christ doesn't pay dividends. Not the dividends that they want. The gospel of Christ is not conducive for your pockets. That's why these people, they do what they do, because they change up their message because of the simple fact that when the money becomes their God. Hold on, I'm looking for something. Yeah, here it is. When the money becomes their God, it takes the place of Christ. Now you make decisions not based off biblical principles, but you make decisions based off of the money.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
They make decisions based off what's going to be good for them financially. And because you want to make decisions based off of what's good for you financially, that's when you have the cover-ups. That's when you start spiritually abusing people. That's when you start teaching submission to authority. But what if the authority is not aligned with Christ? See, they only want to go into the Bible when they've been caught. They only want to go into the Bible when they want to justify their wrong and try to manipulate and twist the Holy Scriptures to fit their narrative, so that you and I don't ask questions about why are things the way that they are. And so now, because of the case against Pete has slowed down, now Joni Lamb wants to take this time to do her victory lap. So guys, what I'm going to do is we're going to play this video and we're going to react to it in real time. And I want to hear from you guys. I don't want to just be up here talking to myself. You know, there's a lot of us in the chat, and I thank every last one of you all for being in the chat. I really do. So but I want everyone's participation, because I want to know what you guys think about this. Okay. And also, I'm going to ask everybody, like, this video, it only has 3 likes. There's 20 of us in the chat. There's only 3 likes. I'm going to ask everyone, please like this video. It will not cost you anything. It does not, you don't get charged for hitting the like button. It is absolutely free. So what I'm going to ask you, if you enjoy this content, please like this video. And if you have not subscribed to the channel, please do. Let's go.
I have never seen this type of turmoil in the body of Christ. All of a sudden, we're looking at social media and an intense attack of gossip, slander, and backbiting. I can be a Christian, but the question is, what spirit am I operating in? Then, to get to the point where we're broadcasting these issues for the world to see.
Well, if you're enjoying Table Talk, be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Remember to click that notification bell to stay up to date on all of our latest posts.
Let me pause the record. Let me say this. You know what's funny is I'm gonna give a shout out to Catherine Mullins. That was Catherine Mullins, who is the guest here on Joni's Table Talk for this particular episode. But you know what's crazy is sometimes God will speak to an individual